Hi, my name is Leilani, and this is how to have a successful homeschool day. I wonder if anybody's gonna believe anything I say right now. Number 1, make sure to spend only 15 minutes a day on each subject, and also make sure that you're teaching all of the subjects that you could possibly think of. That way, when parents say, hey, my kid is doing American government, you can say, so is mine. But remember, only 15 minutes a day, because that is the best way to have your kid retain that information. Number 2, we all know how long it takes to get cooking. So during your homeschool day, feed your kids all the junk foods you can find. You don't have to cook it, they like it, and it just makes life so much easier. This will be for dinner tonight. What do you guys think? Cereal for dinner? Yeah, okay. Number 3, make sure to write out an extremely detailed schedule by time so they know exactly what they need to be doing every minute of every second of the day. This way, they don't have to ask you or say, I'm bored. What do I do? They know. And if they don't get it done in time, save it for their free time. So during free time, while their sisters and brothers are playing outside, they can finish their schoolwork. This way, you don't miss any minute of the day. They will absolutely thank you for this. Number 4, send them outside, like all day. That way you don't know they're there. And number 5, just don't school. It'll make your day much easier. I mean, it's kind of trendy right now. Just call it unschooling. Say your kids are really seeking out to find the things that they really enjoy, and if that means they're gonna play Legos all day, have them do that. Or watch TV all day, because it's really educational. Same with video games. Okay, like, don't believe anything I said, because I actually really like unschooling, and I think if it's done right, it can be amazing. So no offense. Hi, my name is Leilani, and these are the real homeschool tips that will help you have a successful and easy homeschool day. This is a collaboration with Jessica at the Waldock Way and Abby at Rooted in Rest. I will stick a link to their channel down below, and so you know, this is a Homeschool Show and Tell series that they're doing every single month, and this is the theme for this month. So make sure to check out that playlist so you can see some perspectives from other homeschool YouTube moms. Number 1, make chores a priority. Now, chores are just as important, if not more important, than your math and your science and your grammar and your sentence diagramming. In fact, if you think about it, your kids are probably going to be doing chores for the rest of their lives, but not doing algebra, unless they become a mathematician or teacher. Now, did you know in other countries, they actually, in the public and private schools, will have the kids participate in cleaning up and stacking chairs and sweeping and even cooking? But we don't do that in America with our public and private schools. It's just, I guess, maybe a cultural thing. I don't know. Let me know if you know in the description box below. But seriously, if you have your kids do chores as part of their schoolwork, it's gonna make your life a lot easier. So here's an example of what we do. After every single meal, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I have our kids sweep and clean the table. It takes all this process, like of the cleaning and the sweeping and the dishes, that takes like 15 minutes. And I'm done, I don't have to worry about it. I can jump right back into what I'm gonna teach them next. Look, it doesn't matter when you add in chores, just try to do it sometime during the day. I'm just saying, it's gonna make your life easier. And number 2, talking about routines. Look at the difference between a schedule and a routine. A lot of moms that begin homeschooling are so into getting that schedule down because that's what they're used to is, 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, you're gonna do this, 10 o'clock to 11, Instead of writing out a schedule, just write a routine. Just write down what you have to get done, and when you do it, you do it. Or block it out, like in the morning, you're gonna do, science and math, and then in the afternoon, you're gonna do English and history. And actually, let your routines mold to you. So once again, for example, nap time usually comes right after lunchtime. And right between lunchtime and nap time actually comes potty time, and then the kids clean at the same time, and that just kind of became a routine because that fit our lifestyle. You may also want to consider block scheduling as part of your routine. What is block scheduling? Okay, this has been around for a long, long time. They've used it in the public schools, and anyway, you are doing less subjects in a day, but you're working on the subject for a longer period of time. But let's say you want to do science on Monday and Wednesdays, but you want to do history on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We all know that there are those science experiments like dissections or like some kinds that explode. Well, hopefully you're not doing explosions at home in homeschool unless it's on accident. But if it's on accident, then make sure you teach your kids how to call 911. Anyway, you do the science experiment. It's gonna take you like 30 minutes to set up and clean up and do, or more, an hour to do the whole process. And then you wanna talk about it. And then you wanna write up the lab if you wanna write up a lab. And that's just a big process. So that day, don't try to fill up the rest of the day with grammar and all these other subjects. Block it out and do it as a routine. Don't try to say I'm only gonna dissect from 1 to 2. And if we're not done by 2, then forget the lab report. Routine. You're not bound by the clock anymore when you homeschool like you are in public school. Next, consider getting curriculum that is more child-led or student-led. Something that gets you out of it so you can have some more free time to just, drink your coffee or tea or actually just make meals and plan things and just your time. Especially if you have a lot of kids, because if you have a lot of kids and you need time. So what I do is I get this catalog. It's from Rainbow Resource. It's a great tool. It's a tool. And inside it's organized beautifully. So for example, I get to this page. They have columns, of course, for grade, and then religious content, approach, and then teaching instruction. Is it low? Is it high? Is it medium? So for example, the ones with low here are Monarch and Science Dimensions. I don't know much about those. But what I would do is, if I'm curious, I would go online and, type it into YouTube and watch some videos on those. One curriculum that I have fallen in love with lately is teaching textbooks. I am not sitting with my kids teaching math anymore because the computer is doing it for me. And I have probably gained about an hour's worth of time to my life. Teaching textbooks, if you don't know, is a computer-based program, and I believe they are coming out with a 4.0 version soon, so they're getting a little bit of an upgrade, which is actually kind of exciting. The next tip I have for you is turn off your phone during the day while you're homeschooling your kids. Now, for the obvious reason, you don't want to be distracted, you don't want to get text messages, and you don't want to get tempted to scroll, start commenting on how the presidential debate went the other night. We all do that because it's really easy to get distracted, especially if your child is reading and you're listening to them read and you start to get bored, because every homeschool mom knows.
Where is dog?
It's really easy to just kind of do this. Comment below if you've done it, because I know you have. I've done it. I admit it. But besides the obvious reasons to not have your phone on while you're homeschooling is because us moms will say, could I do this better? Thinking there's something wrong with us, and it's just takes a toll on you. And during the homeschool day, this is not it's never a good time to be comparing yourself to anyone else. I do make a video on that as well too. I'm gonna give you a bonus one because I thought of an extra one, and this one is take care of yourself. That means make sure you're eating healthy, make sure you're getting enough sleep at night, make sure that you're taking that one day off to just rest and relax. No school, no work. A lot of people do this on Shabbat or Sabbath. Take 2 days off if you need to. All of this resting and relaxing and getting the right foods and treating yourself right, that's gonna play into your homeschool day. You're gonna have more energy, you're gonna have more patience, you're gonna have more tolerance, and your brain is gonna be able to think, because we all know when we don't get the right foods and enough sleep, we're all jammed up with clouds, and we can't figure out how to juggle 20 million things. Because mom, if you're broken, the rest of the house is broken. So make sure you take care of yourself. I do hope some of these tips and ideas are gonna really help you out when you're thinking about how to simplify your homeschool day. I am a homeschool mom of 4 kids. My youngest does have Down syndrome, and this is our journey as we raise our exceptional children. I give you some parenting and homeschool tips from a personal and a professional level because I am a former public and private school teacher, but I also evaluate homeschoolers in the state of Florida. So I'm gonna stick some videos around my face right now. And if you're interested in our channel and seeing what we're about, you should totally click on one of those videos and see if you like us. And if you do, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in our next video. Bye.